My love, come unwind with me in this peaceful location. Together, we will gain a great deal of wisdom and power. Stillness, give up the never-ending assault of demands on your time and energy and dedicate yourself to a scheduled Sabbath, a time to rejuvenate your body, mind, and soul in the tranquil serenity of solitude, where you might feel like a dormant seed gets you ready for a fresh start, much to how the seasons change to give life to the seeds I plant in individuals. They would honor sacred periods of relaxation when I'm really involved. Possible to keep the two aspects in a balanced equilibrium even after despite my incredible creative endeavor. I went inside to construct a work and leisure schedule that would replenish and revitalize me so, rather than dismissing your desire to take a vacation from your busy schedules and unceasing demands, acknowledge the tender boundaries I've set around your capacity to support your mental health and provide you with chances to spiritually unplug from our consumerist culture. As you humbly take my yoke as a kind mentor, allow each holy day to replenish your soul above and beyond the D of material worries, since that's where spirits find serenity and unity. Please donate us $100 to support us. Take your time. In this serene environment, hear the soft whisper of my spirit encouraging you to discover inner peace in the face of disorder. You may find comfort in the knowledge that comes from seeking completion as opposed to meaningless production. You ought to honor the natural cycle of replenishment and exertion, just as the natural world does. Endures cycles of regrowth and sustenance to flourish in the midst of disorder. Think about the ever-changing fabric of creation, the ocean's sacred rhythms, and the majestic ebb. As your breath inhales, embrace those moments of openness and externally directing its energy with intention. It also acknowledges the balance between calm reflection and calculated action that never clash but always flow together. Alignment. Welcome the flexibility of moving between different states and obtaining fresh strength when trying to bear the weight of hefty tasks. I created it so individuals can frequently take comfort in the carefree joy of being in my presence. Temporarily release yourself from the burden of adult gravity and marvel at the magnificent works of creation and feel the wonder and delight of childhood once more. Eat by depending on me to make your life easier, and take a deep breath in minimal moments. Release constant planning from the grasp of anxiety and enjoy a robust lifestyle that includes relaxation without inadvertent guilt. Your energy will be restored, realizing your whole self rather than merely functioning as in the languid seasonal cycles. Machine is the route to true completeness that we go through together. Discover my loving heart and treasure the sacred time we spend with. Mealtime rituals mirror the cycles of the natural world and the people we love. Vivid hues suggest that a restorative hibernation is necessary to see how the creatures are doing, occupied with saving energy for the upcoming winter rather than battling a losing war with regular cycles of labor and relaxation and joy that recognizes your abilities and restrictions are similar to the leaves releasing themselves in the autumn breezes. Learn how to balance the light after turning sunshine into nourishment. Appropriate rhythms of calm and vigor to be faithful to your goal. Never forget to make time every week to decompress and unwind from the demands of work and business. Give your all to sacred making practices and a welcoming community to devote one day to turn your focus back to the shared objectives of my kingdom and away from the maelstrom of material worries that go beyond monetary gain. Be steadfast in your reluctance to give in and the assertion that your entire existence is more significant than material wealth. Spend some time indulging in this sacred rhythm to get the clarity and new outlook necessary to confront life's obstacles with. Trust and wisdom. A gentle whisper, my darling child, signals the dawn. Defy the subliminal urge to be overly busy which is all too easy to do, even while your responsibilities may be. Nothing is more advantageous than the Supreme Order, which states that you should love your neighbor as yourself and yourself. The forces of this world are attempting to mold you, but you have the ability to reject them and establish boundaries. Accompany me in quiet moments when the noise of the outside world fades and return to my land of tranquility, where you can view my throne in all of its glory. Maintain your attention on holiness and information instead of rushing headlong into a world that moves quickly. You should refuse to follow the narrow path that leads to life here in this sacred spot with me, and instead proceed firmly along it. Anything that would violate the values I have engraved on your heart. Hence, only select what is necessary. My daily goals are to guide your steps to be correct and to anchor your soul, my love. My voice will lead you along the paths of righteousness with its grace and light. First and foremost, pay attention to it in prayer. Your concerns and issues to me when they seem like they might overwhelm you. When you release the weight of challenging problem solving to me refers to your decision making and ability to address certain problems. Extend, and I'll be there to meet you and let go of any tensions I will revitalize your energies if you allow me to handle them while you sleep. An outlook, so as the day breaks and you're ready to take on new challenges, you're erroneous. You'll have to ask for advice from my tranquil sanctuary when wisdom's even the most devoted slaves strive for burnout since rest patterns are not ingrained in them. Brilliance via moderation as opposed to perfection through constant pressure, which I reject. The overblown sense of admiration and self-importance that stems from a concern with receiving acceptance from others persists. Humility in the face of your own weaknesses and confident that I will provide you the resources you need to succeed your missions, which combine advancement and retreat. Bring my planned trips to areas of heavenly stillness to a satisfying conclusion. Avoid becoming dependent on frequent updates, and set boundaries with regard to the information and stimulation that your senses are overwhelmed. Your inner strength is constantly replenishing the initial fruits of time and focus to the silence with me here, allowing a good amount of anticipation to develop outside of your control, and being totally present with loved ones in front of you now have the guaranteed chance to get close. And so on. Embrace the power of your name, my love, and keep your families and your home's sacred sites safe from those who would pick them up when other voices attempt to draw our focus away from this area of knowledge where we find a stabilizing viewpoint. To ease your concerns, put everything else aside and relish the companionship of those you love and the tranquility that the following view planned interruptions as chances for spiritual growth and accept them with open arms. Certain issues require our complete focus, not our scattered attention across multiple digital platforms. Refrain from being touched by others. Instead, give your whole attention when someone asks to connect with you. Thoughtfully plan your schedule and engage in conversations, keeping in mind that you can't resolve every problem at once. Learn to make time to concentrate on the individuals in front of you both today and tomorrow, and take use of the opportunities one present to assist others. The presence is a gift of love, but it must not be overshadowed by these boundaries I created are the result of intelligence, not egotism. Keeping your overall health in mind, finding a balance between engaged involvement and calm reflection. Pay close attention, as I am steering you away from extremes that will only cause you grief. Instead, I want you to return to in contact with my initial approach by assessing the proportion of your time that you spend speaking versus listening, focusing versus paying attention, working versus relaxing, which will uplift your soul and bring you plenty of fruit, and which, if you need assistance finding this out, a trusted mentor can accelerate your burnout are here to assist in finding total comfort in the boundless arms of my love. My priceless knowledge offers a rock of tranquility in the middle of frenetic pursuits. Keep quiet and don't detest distractions of any type, but set sensible boundaries to save your soul and use technology sensibly, refraining from giving in to the need to constantly be available, which undermines the value of rest and relationships. The moments you have to yourself to concentrate on taking care of yourself and listening to my kind guidance. Adjust your approach by speaking passionately and listening intently and gently in turn. The sweet spot between weightlessness and heaviness by finding the truth in quiet solitude, allowing comforting influences to temper excesses, show boldness in exercising care, excitement, and calm arrangement in both the calm acceptance and the active engagement preserve rhythms that are in line with creation's natural cycles. Before you embark on serious pursuits, I hope that everything goes smoothly for you. Make time for sacred solitude to connect. May my delight overflow you with my presence so that your striving leads to a comfortable life, and may our daily interaction make you stronger. Walk in wisdom alongside me. Commit yourself moment by moment to becoming fruitful. Job managing oneself through sacred moments of communion. You are a source of stable beats and deep nourishment, my darling. May your enthusiastic efforts put an end to the whirling ideas in your head and bless many others by doing whatever you do. I may appear distant at first, but when you bow down before me, recognize my heavenly presence. Moments, but know that I'm always here for you. Trust in my unwavering in the stillness of your heart. Love surrounds you even when you're unaware of it. Allow me to soothe you while I gently lead you and ease your concerns. Come listen to me when we meet in silence. You and show you my grace, so don't minimize it and enjoy the uneasy serenity that follows. Seasons of hardship or melancholy. I understand what it's like to keep silent when you're depressed. It can be a great weight for rest. Easy, my sweetheart. I am aware of your suffering and will gradually come to understand the depths of your suffering. From the ashes of pain, I will create exquisite crowns. Solace in the knowledge that some tears are happy rather than bitter, allowing me to surprise you with my loving kindness despite the silence. Let compassion to overflow and nourish those hearts that are parched. Do not be afraid of whatever valleys you may traverse. My staff and rod will ensure your safety. Keep holding on to me and trust that there is light within of you, my darling, even in the darkest of circumstances. Because if you sow the seeds, the tired evenings will give way to the beautiful daybreak of delight and the peaceful embrace of peace. Your spirit has seeds of development that will grow. I believed I had already convinced you to consider the lies, their elegance slowly revealing itself in the silence in a like vein. My darling, may these quiet moments foster your integrity and kindness. Faith and fortitude to meet the upcoming trials and value the waiting periods, because that's when tolerance blossoms and the fruit of the vine is pruned. Have faith in the one who soothed the choppy waters with a command. For I tell the wind and the waves to obey my voice and find rest. Let my loving hands shape you in the hidden shadows, beneath the cover of the highest, for that is where metamorphosis happens, takes root, and one day you'll come out of the quiet furnaces of your heart full of a brilliance fashioned in the sacred stillness of chaos, bringing forth light, order, and life. May my total serenity reside in your heart, sending fear into the darkness even while the storms rage all around you, as I am the master of all things. Rest in peace despite the roaring thunder and howling storms. Even nations where my designs for heaven and hell are unbreakable, sit calmly in the middle of the mayhem, and see my rescue, accepting me as your steadfast cornerstone when the world seems to be falling apart. Seek solace in the tranquil haven of your spirit. Stops being too much to handle. Cease all the conflicting demands on your time and vitality. Focusing on the reality found in paradise, shift your focus to what aligns with my eternal perspective. Reset your balance between reflection and action by using your inner compass to realign your priorities with divine purpose. Service to prevent complacency, quiet internal turmoil, and soothe temper. Put your faith on my steadfast presence instead of exerting yourself as you release the weight of my nervous labor. Gives your thoughts clarity, direction, and order. From this location of calmness, wisdom, and discernment foster empathy and lead to compassion action while you're alone. Let meditation provide the basis for love to arise and inspire you to take action. With selfless kindness, trust that my soul will guide and supply. There are plenty of possibilities to assist those in need. All you have to do is pay attention to what is going on around you. Attracting opportunities to be kind is a comfort, my dear, knowing that silence shields your heart and mind from damage. Reprimand whispers instead of caving into allegations or criticizing them.